let's have a look at it. It's that one there, isn't it? Let's have a look at that. Right, I like that wall there. And turn it around. Turn it around.
Is Ellen?
And I like that. Oh, that's your setup over there. Or was that Ellen's
That's
setup?
Ellen's end with her makeup table.
What's that big pink thing on the? You shouldn't.
That's not there.
Oh, yeah.
There's my little workstation with another black wall.
Yeah.
And that's where the garage used to be.
Okay.
And then we swing back around to the back end of my little studio.
Oh, well done.
Complete with all the blue lights. Ugh, still a bit of a mess, but.
Well, in regards to leaving everything out, next time we do a tour, don't leave the big pink thing out on the dresser. And there we go. There we go. So, yes. And hello there, Mrs. Ellen, in the background there. Hello there. And hello there, Mrs. Ellen. Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm just sharing out on TikTok.
Oh, sugar. I need to. How am I going to be able to share this out on the Facebook without stopping the TikTok?
Well, TikTok runs fluid, so you'll get a drop bar come up.
Yeah.
And then you can just add it to the people that follow you on TikTok. It won't affect Facebook.
Can I just minimize it and then go and do it and then come back to it?
If you're sharing out, if you've got TikTok running on a separate device,
yeah,
you can share it out. Is it running on your phone?
Yeah.
So if you press the arrow and share it out to the individual people and add it to your story, it will go out on TikTok without affecting Facebook.
I've just realised I'm a knob. I've got an all singing, all dancing laptop here. Let's just do it on there because I can do it on there. Right, hang on. Where's us? Diddle diddle doo, diddle diddle doo. Is that us? No. Why are we not here on? We're not on the Things Network.
Oh.
That's odd.
I'll find Vixter. Where's Vixter? Because she wants to come.
You can find it. See if you can share it on our wall, please, mate. Because I've just looked on the Things Network and it's not there. And I know I put it out on there.
Bear with me because I've just shared it out to a load of people on TikTok.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, who did that? Somebody did that.
Downsize myself.
Who's that? Oh, it's Mr. Wayne. Thank you.
It was Mr. Me on TikTok. Right. So we need to go to Dark Mirror. Facebook. When it's ready. Taking its time.
Yeah,
Dark Mirror Radio Show. We are live.
Things Network. Why is that not coming?
Things Network.
Should be there. It's not on there. Why is that not on there?
Copy link. And then go into Things.
So it's definitely playing on there, yeah?
Bear with. No, there's no live coming up on there.
Why who the hell are we broadcasting to? Who? Let's have a look. How do I see where we're broadcasting? What the fuck is going on here? Right, hang on. Share stream. Right, we are going out. Yeah, we're out on the Dark Mirror Radio Show, Simply Spooky Network. It's not put it on. Yeah, it's not put it on there, and it should have done. How do I add?
Yeah, it's not coming up, and I can't share anything on there either.
Right, hang on. There's another way of doing this. Let's have a look. Bear with us. Technical difficulties. Let's go there.
Right, I'll put it on. I'll put it on the Things Network message board.
It's definitely going out on the Simply Spooky Network.
Yeah, it's not coming up as live on Things.
It's not. It's not coming up live on fucking anywhere. What the hell? Just bear with me. Why is this not doing that?
Ah, there is a pinned comment on the 28th of January in 2025.
What's that?
Well, apparently they did have problems. There is a post on there about the schedule. That was the 1st of August the year before. People have been putting stuff on there, but for some reason nothing's come up there. It's not even got the live notification ring.
I'm just looking. That's bizarre because we're definitely going out live somewhere. You guys who are watching us, we're on Simply Spooky. All right, thank you. Could you do me a big favor? Can you share it on our Dark Mirror Radio Show wall, please? And can you put it out on the Things Network? Because for some reason, this is doing nothing at all. It's not sharing it anywhere. So that would be really good if you could do that for us, please, Annette. Really good. Nick, you're one of the guys who runs and owns the Things Network. First of all, why are we not on there? Secondly, where are you? You're supposed to be here in here with us, joining us. Where are you? You've forgotten, haven't you? You forgot. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's definitely not on there. Let's refresh it again. Nope, not there. Okay, well, that's bizarre because I told it to go out on there. What's this? No. I'm just don't simply speak. I'm don't know why it's not going out on there. So I'm just going to do something. If this switches off, I'll be back in a minute.
Right. You need a moderator on your TikTok.
Do you want to do that?
Yep.
Right, let's go to.
Thank you, Annette.
I'm just looking on our wall. Oh, hang on. What's this? Who's trying to post something? Is this Annette? No, it's not. Right. Nope, that's last week's show. Let's have a look. Is anybody else trying to? No. This is bizarre. Where is everything? I fucking hate technology sometimes.
You got to learn to get your head around it, mate.
Yeah.
Us old boys have got to move with the times.
Can I even? No. Right, hang on. Now. Dark Mirror Radio Show. Are we going out on here? Let's have a look. Because I keep forgetting we've got a wall on there. No, there's nothing on there. What the hell? It said we were. Okay.
We've been cancelled.
Let's go out on here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Simply Spooky. Right. I can't see anything on Simply Spooky either. I'm looking on Simply Spooky Network and there's nothing. Oh, well, wherever we're going out live and whoever is seeing this, could you please share it on the Dark Mirrors wall for us, please? Because I do not get this. I don't understand what's happened to it. Go back to Things Network. Let's have a look on the Things Network.
No, we're live on Simply Spooky.
Have you found it?
Yeah, it's on there. Simply Spooky Network's got the red live ring, and I've just gone on there and we're there.
I'll have another look. Hang on. Let's go back onto Simply Spooky Network.
Comes up with the little logo with the red ring around it. If you click on it, it comes up.
I'm not getting anything on mine because I'm logged on to the Simply. There you are. This one, yeah? It's got the red ring around it.
Yeah. Just press the red ring.
Oh, there we are. Right, okay. That wasn't on there just now. Okay. Right, let's share this in a group.
Oh, yeah, I've just scrolled down and there we are.
Things and Network.
And the last show was on there as well, the 27th. Nothing's been put on there in a week. So we're on there.
Why is that not doing anything? Can you share it from your end because it's not finding the Dark Mirror Radio Show?
Hang on then.
And then from there, I'll see if we can share it onto the Things Network. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's not on there. Right, okay. So I'll go through the Simply Spooky.
There's Simply Spooky. Spooky.
Click on that one. Click on that one. Click on that one. Share into. It's copy link. Oh no, in a group. In a group. In a group.
It won't find the Dark Mirror Radio Show on the Simply Spooky thing. Okay.
I've got it.
Have you managed to do it?
Post it. Right, let's go back to the Dark Mirror.
Let's go back to.
All fun, isn't it?
This is. I clicked all the right things it's supposed to go in. I wonder if this is what's been happening every bloody week.
Right, we're now on there. We're now on there. Thank you. Right, we're back on. We're back on our own group.
I can't see it as yet.
I couldn't access anything on the Things Network either, Annette. All I was able to do was send a message in Messenger, and that was it. I couldn't post anything on the Things Network.
Are you able to put it onto Things?
I will go into the Things Network. Oh, no, I can't post it in the Things. Things Network, for some reason, won't let me post anything.
I don't get it then, because can you not share it from the Dark Mirrors wall to the Things Network?
It would probably go to Messenger, not the group.
What's been going on with Things Network? Why can't we post stuff? I still can't see our show on the Dark Mirror wall.
It's on there. It's up there as simply, it's up there as simply spooky.
Let's have a look. Oh, fuck me. I just saw it. Where's it gone? And I inadvertently clicked the page down, and of course it's just vanished. Nope, it's not there. Let's try this again. Nope. 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 Let's do this. Let's go there.
Well, we're definitely on the Dark Mirrors. We're definitely on the Dark Mirrors wall.
We are.
Yeah, because I posted it 2 minutes ago, direct from the Simply Spooky Network.
Why the hell can't I see anything? I got nothing.
And Annette said that we're on there. Hi, Wild Bill.
This is bizarre. Hi, Bill. You all right, mate?
But I can't post anything onto the Things Network.
This is bizarre. What's going on with Things?
I can only send a message to them. That's it. Can't sign in. When I get home, I'll double check to make sure you guys are still listed on page access. Just got a message from Jeremy.
Okay, thank you, mate. Yeah, because it's... And I'm still not seeing it on the Dark Mirrors wall either. What the fuck?
No, it's definitely on the Dark Mirrors.
I have no idea then. No idea. Okay, well, we'll just go back to that then. Hello, Ghostly Ghost Face. Well, oh, thank you very much.
Well, I've just replied back to him. Thank you, Jeremy. The only way we could share it was through Messenger.
Thank you, Don. Yeah, thank you, because it should automatically be going up on there, so I don't know why. We've had issues before, though, if I care to remember, with it not going out on things, and nobody knew why. So maybe it is we haven't got access for some reason again.
And you might want to add me as an admin, or Josh, or someone with responsibility as an admin on your TikTok.
How do I do that?
Click on my profile.
Click on your profile. Hang on. I'm going live at the moment. Hang on. How do I click on yours?
Right, hang on a minute.
I don't know how to use TikTok.
Right. Hang on.
I promise you we will get to the spooky stuff.
Where my comment has just come up in TikTok saying evening.
Yeah, click on that.
Press my name, and then by the side of it, it should say make him moderator.
If I click the three dots. Add moderator.
Yeah.
Confirm. There, that done it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way we can get rid of knobheads like Lewis.
Ooh, what happened?
There we go.
Oh, was somebody being a dick?
Yeah, you don't want unpleasant messages coming up on your screen that could cause you a lot of problems. So, yeah, there's a troll just come back. Well, let's put it this way. You were seen in the line for Bonnie Blue.
What?
You don't obviously know. Yeah, do you know who Bonnie Blue is?
Second-hand bars bowls. You've got a bucket, mate. Hey.
Yeah, well, apparently that lad had seen you walking past, but in the line for Bonnie Blue.
I'm sure he did.
So, yeah, but I'll put him back under the bridge.
Yeah, thank you.
Right. And that's it's on Things now.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
So someone's added it in.
We can get started now. No, I'm definitely not on anything to do with any porn actress. Very happy with my missus. Just to let you know, we are getting married the end of next month. So, yeah, not on any pornos. And besides that, the last time I did a porno, which was back in the early noughties, I lost my hand. I'm not even going to go there. Anyway, yes, right. Welcome to the show. Now we got everything bloody well sorted out. So I think we'll have to make sure everything, like next week and moving on, we have to make sure everything's going on there. So I don't understand why it wasn't. But yeah, one of the weird things I wanted to talk to you about this week, and I find it very, very strange, right, is because I messaged you, didn't I? All this stuff about the Large Hadron Collider, the large CERN one that's been shut down till 2036. Now, as you guys all know, there's all these rumors and stories going around that when it fired up, it did something fucking wrong, and it shoved the whole of the Earth into the next dimension. A bit like Terry Pratchett's what's that one he does where you got infinite Earths and infinite Marses?
Oh.
And the Long Earth. They reckon
It's showing up on Things Network now.
Okay,
so
cool. Thank you.
What I reckon has happened is Jeremy has quite possibly put the link into Things Network.
I know, right? Yeah.
So it's done. It's good.
I wonder why I did that. Jeremy, if you're watching, mate, could you possibly see if we've got access to be able to have the shows go out there? Because it'll say all this.
He did say he's going to check, but he's not. He hasn't got the ability to sort of.
Okay. And give Nick a kick up the backside because he was supposed to be on the show tonight. I've sent him the link as well.
Yes, Nick. Where are you?
What was I going to say? Yeah, the Large Hadron Collider. Like, there's all these things like it's knocked us into a parallel dimension, the Mandela effect, and I've got so many people like fucking C-3PO in the Star Wars films having one silver leg. He doesn't. That was done for a special edition. Trust me, I'm a Star Wars buff, massive Star Wars buff. It was never in. I've got the original trilogy tapes on VHS and everything. You know, it didn't have a silver leg. They did it when they did you remember when they brought them out as the director's cut?
Yeah.
That was when they added the bit where he had a different leg, because that was when he'd been taking the bits and put back together again. And it was only for that bit. But everybody's going, oh, he's got this, and he fucking didn't. He never did.
Yeah. I think rather than that being the Mandela effect, I think that's people suffering from amnesia, and they can't remember where they saw it, and as a result, they've twisted it slightly, and as it's spread, it's then turned into a Mandela effect because other people have made it one.
Well, I can remember the other night, me and Rachel were looking at a lot of Mandela effect stuff, and a lot of it. She was reading it out, and we were both going, "What?" And like, it seems our age, we can remember the things properly, but the younger generations after the CERN thing can't remember it. It's only the people who could remember it before this so-called dimension shift from CERN happened. So I think something did happen, because us lot, you guys watching this, we remember that a lot of the stuff that happened, but the generations after the CERN shift don't remember it, or they were too young to remember it before the CERN shift happened, and then they go, no, like the Bernstein Bears and all that sort of stuff, But one of the things with the Large Hadron Collider, whilst it was going for years, I think I can't remember if it was a 200 or 500 mile radius around the Hadron Collider, but there was loads of women around there who couldn't fall pregnant. And they've been trying fertility treatments, IVF, all this sort of stuff, and they just weren't getting pregnant. And this was the whole time whilst the Hadron Collider was on. Now, since it's been switched off, all these ones who've been trying, there was one person was trying for like 20 years, I think it was 20 years, to get pregnant. Didn't happen. Since it's been switched off, all these people are falling pregnant. Does that not say something for whatever the output of the Hadron Collider is? That's not good. Either that, or has Josh been on holiday over there?
I don't know. I think if that is the rumor, that all these people that couldn't get pregnant and have been going through various treatments for one thing or another, hormone replacement therapy and stuff like that, if they've all of a sudden become pregnant, then surely someone within the medicine community, the medical community, should be testing these people to see how they've managed to get pregnant when they haven't been able to up till now.
Well, the thing I read earlier said there was nothing to say it was this, nothing to say it was that. It was just nothing was happening whilst it was on. Since it's been switched off, it started off in like the odd one. It's starting to go.
So basically, what we've got there is a conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theory also was the Large Hadron Collider a cock block.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you look at it, there are certain things that would cause certain ailments if they were used, we know, ailments, issues. Like they said about the 5G masts, and people reported having headaches when they got too close to them, things like that. Could the Hadron Collider have created such a force field that anything within it became sterile?
I think it's definitely. I think the Collider has definitely the emanations. That's a good word. That emanations. That'd be my rapper name, wouldn't it? Emanation. I think the emanations from it are going to cause problems, and possibly with your balls, gynecological. I don't know, but it's going to cause some problems for some people, and up here as well. And like you're saying about 5G mass, I get stinking headaches when I work there.
So part of the test, you've got to look at two factors. Was it the woman that was sterile and couldn't conceive, or was it the men firing blanks that the woman couldn't get pregnant from?
I don't know. All I know is from the thing that I read is since that's come back, been taken offline, they started getting pregnant again.
Yeah, but this is the thing. We got the science has got to look at: were the women sterile beforehand, or was it the men that were sterile so that their partners could not conceive? And if that's the case, could the Hadron Collider have created that situation? And if that's the case, why is it that all those people that work there aren't suffering from other medical issues, considering they're standing right next to it?
That's what I was on about. Surely it does something.
Yeah,
but
it must do. If that's getting blamed for sterilizing anybody within a certain radius of the Hadron Collider, it's a vast area. I know it's under mountains and whatnot, but there is a lot of it that's under towns and cities and whatnot. So there are a lot of people involved with this. And if it's created like in a sense, a mass sterilization program, surely those that work there would be having the same problems.
I would have thought it would completely depend on what they have to wear, what the shielding is on the inside, because anybody who works inside that ring, the shielding's got to be fucking amazing. It's got to be, because there's no bloody way I'd work there without that.
There's people walking around there in white overalls.
I don't know, but
so if someone lives 20 miles away from it and they're sterile because of it, can you imagine what would happen to somebody that's inside that area? To me, my tism brain is starting to think overtime now, and it's not making any sense that how someone 20, 30, 40, 50 miles away from the Hadron Collider could be sterilized by it, and yet the person that's standing right next to it isn't.
See, I don't know if it's sterilization or not, but what we got to remember is this is the Dark Mirrors radio show, and we thrive on this sort of shit. Stop trying to find a fucking decent answer. It's like,
but that's what we do.
Oh, by the way, I've been diagnosed with autism, and I've got all these stuff coming out to have all the tests and everything. My brain, when you start saying about like their balls, I was thinking of their balls turning into toads and stuff. Like Futurama, where the one's got the Chernobyl stuff, and they're all like, I was just thinking about anybody who works in there, their balls turn into burger buns or toads or stuff like that. Star Wars related Mandela effect. I remember seeing a trailer for Jedi as a kid with scenes that apparently don't exist, including Solo running through a forest in Endor, and he runs into a huge web. Yes, he did. Second scene was Luke fighting Bounty Hunter in the Ewok village. Dengar. I don't remember that. I also remember seeing an Empire where Luke just received first aid on the Falcon when Vader actually, when he appears to him, yes, he just had the first aid and he sat on the edge of the bed, and he looks up and he starts looking out the window and Vader's there. I remember that. Yes. How has it affected any ley lines as well? That could be a very good answer for why people so far away from the colliders.
See, I mean, the Mandela effect is quite strange, because I think for me the biggest one has always been Walker's crisps with cheese and onion and salt and vinegar. But the answer to that was Walker's always had cheese and onion in a blue packet. Where where the Mandela effect has come in is because people have confused Walker's crisps with Golden Wonder. Golden Wonder had their cheese and onion crisps in a green packet.
That's what they did, yeah.
And that's where people have got their wires crossed. They've mixed up the two different companies.
It wasn't Mandela. I didn't even know that was a Mandela effect one. But no, I can remember when they changed the packets because it confused the fuck out of everybody. And everybody's like, what? They know these used to be in this. But no, that wasn't Mandela effect. It was just the packaging was changed.
Yeah, Walker's Crisps always kept them packets in them colours. They never changed them. It was Golden Wonder that had the different coloured packets round. So their cheese and onion were in the green and Walker's were in salt and vinegar.
Nico, you're glad you're not the only one. What, mate? What do you remember? Was it the Star Wars stuff, or was it
the cheese and onion?
Cheese. You got cheese and onion, mate. Yeah, the Large Hadron, Large Hadron Collider. You've got to imagine, like, that was a very good point about the ley lines, because if it's following it all the way around and it's going out that far, ley lines is a very, very good answer.
Well, it's about the energy, isn't it? The Hadron Collider is creating energy. So is that the electromagnetic energy that's created, if there is any created, is that affecting the ley lines?
Yeah.
And in turn, it's affecting the Earth's electromagnetic field.
Well, when you think the ley lines are like, you got 0 point energy going through it, and we all know they have 0 point energy, generators, batteries, everything. The Bobermans have had them for years and years and years and cover everything up. And anybody who tries to come out with a patent for it or says, I've built one, accidentally goes DEAD. Wonder why. But yeah, Nico, do you remember the same things? And also, I'm going to ask you, don't say your approximate age, but are you sort of like around our age? Is that because what I said just now about the younger generation, they don't remember it because I think they're either too young or they weren't born. But we can remember it from before all this stuff. And now there's so much stuff that's happened that's changed, and everybody's like, no, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think it's because, obviously with Star Wars, we had the original 3 films came out. Then the original films came out when the special edition and the director's cut. So there was bits added, bits taken out. There was new graphics and new ways of cleaning up the film. So with the special editions, when they started adding bits, that was the bit when the new generation of people and fans saw the films. So they know the films in that sense, whereas we know the films in the original sense.
I was going to say, C-3PO never had a silver leg. He never had a silver leg. Never did.
I mean, I love the ending in Return of the Jedi, the new ending. I hated the original ending of Return of the Jedi.
All the ghosts.
Yeah, with all 3 of them. And the new music, the new soundtrack, in the newer version of Return of the Jedi, that was my preferred ending. I absolutely hated the original ending. But there are kids nowadays that have seen that particular ending and thought, oh, wow, that's brilliant. And I go, yeah, but you do realise there is a different ending to that. And I went, no, there ain't.
Yes, there is.
And you tell them till you're blue in the face. The original ending was nothing like that. The music was different. The ghosts were different. Nothing the same.
The original ending just had Obi-Wan and Anakin as spirits. Oh, and Yoda.
It was because originally it was Anakin and Yoda, and then in the special edition they added a young Anakin, but it was originally an old Anakin.
It was an old Anakin, and it was
Yoda and Obi-Wan.
Yeah, because it was Anakin when he had the fate when he killed him at the end, and he took his mask off and everything. Yeah. Hi everyone.
So
chat. Hi everyone.
It was the old Anakin, and then when they did the special edition, they changed everything and they put Hayden Christensen in, the young Obi-Wan and Yoda.
Yeah.
So, the kids don't see that. They see that version and go, oh, wow, tell them that it's an older version and it's different to that one. No, there ain't.
Well, no, there isn't. But it's like I said, there's no way did C-3PO have a silver leg. No, he fucking didn't. Oh, Master Luke. No, he didn't have a silver leg. I'm the only one with an odd leg to everybody else. C-3PO isn't having one. Right. So that's Hadron Collider sorted out. That's Mandela effect sorted out. What was the other thing?
Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah.
Size 12.
gas. What's it called? Xenon 129. Yeah, Xenon 129. Right, or Xenon. I don't know how you pronounce it, but
Xenon.
that gas is prolific on Mars, and it's in the atmosphere and makes up a lot of the atmosphere. You only get that from nuclear strikes, stuff like that. It's only made via nuclear. The same as depleted uranium is only made via man-made process. And they found depleted uranium on Earth that's 1.5 million years old. How the fuck did that get there? Same as the Mars atmosphere, it's got Xenon 129 in it. You only get it from nuclear strikes. Now, as Wayne said, his ADHD brain, his tism brain, my tism brain kicked in, and I was like, oh, I wonder, because it's been proved scientifically that our genome is not suitable. It's not made for this atmosphere on Earth. It's like slightly out. It needs to be a slightly different atmosphere for us to be here properly. And funny enough, it would have matched the one that was on Mars a couple of million years ago. But
how is it spelled?
Xenon 129.
I've just looked up Xenon 129 gas, and it's given me something different to what that site gave you.
Look up Xenon 129 on Mars.
Well, I'm looking up Xenon 129 gas. Is a stable, non-radioactive isotope of the noble gas xenon that is hyper-popularized and used as an inhalable contrast agent for advanced pulmonary magnetic resonance imaging for MRIs.
Well, the thing I was looking at, hang on, where's it gone? I'll send you the link.
So I'll just now look up. Right, the Martian atmosphere contains a curiously high concentration of the isotope Xenon 129, first identified by NASA's Viking missions and studied further by NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory. While some alternative theorists, such as physicist Dr. John Brandenburg, suggest this excess is evidence of an ancient thermonuclear war, mainstream planetary scientists explain the anomaly geologically. The excess Xenon 129 is widely believed to be the radioactive decay product of ancient, naturally occurring iodine 129 that was trapped on the planet's crust before Mars' atmosphere was eroded by solar winds.
Anyway,
so there's an argument between the two.
Well, the thing is when you read all the old scrolls and everything, this is what I'm trying to get to. They say about people coming from up there in the flaming chariots. That's why in all the Bibles it says the gods, angels, this, that, and the other appeared in flaming chariots coming across the sky, rockets. And when they talk about it being back along, does that explain refugees coming from maybe not Mars, maybe somewhere else, maybe coming from a different planet in their flaming things? They had to resettle on Earth. They got no technology apart from what they brought with them. And then when you look into the scrolls, they say that and this will explain the Anunnaki, and it says that they took their DNA, mixed it with the native hominid DNA, and made us. Is that the beginning of everything that started? Did we originally come from up there? And did we come down here as refugees and try and do a genome that would make us survive it?
The thing is, it would explain why there are so many. It would explain why there are so many areas on Mars that look like they used to have been major cities.
Yeah.
Like mountains, they eventually crumble and wither and die. Yeah. In the amount of time that Mars has stood abandoned, those buildings, along with the atmosphere that has crumbled away and disappeared, those buildings would have fallen apart and they would have just turned to rubble.
Oh, same as on here. However, as we've got on here, because on Earth we've got evidence of nuclear strikes and high energy weapons hitting the Earth something like 200,000 years ago, which ties in the same timeline as the war with the Anunnaki, or the war with the giants, or the war with the Nephilim, whatever you want. But it ties in with all that. They've also got the evidence up on Mars of strikes, and they've also, the same as we've got here, you get shot glass from lightning strikes, and you get a certain type of shot glass you can only get from atomic hits. You've also got that on Mars as well. So it's like Did we come from there? Did we try and fuck it up again by having a bloody... Because there's supposed to be, was it the Pyramid Wars 1 and 2? And the second Pyramid War, I think, was when Enki and Enlil went, fuck this, and buggered off. Because it was between the two brothers, Enki and Enlil. Oh, hi, yeah. Who's that? Truth Beyond Paranormal evening, Mark. You all right, mate? Is that you, or is that somebody else?
No, that is Sam. Hello, Sam. I'm on the Facebook side tonight.
Hang on, I'll show you. There he is. So yeah, well, we're just talking about possibly Mars. But yeah, Mars and Earth both have evidence of thermonuclear strikes from thousands of years ago. You ain't gonna. The most powerful thing we got in the atmosphere at the moment is lightning. You ain't gonna get the type of shot glass that they've been finding, which is atomic shot glass, both on Earth, and the rovers have found evidence of it on Mars as well. And they're both from around the same time. So does that mean we had people? We originally came from Mars. We came down here. We took our war with us down here. We had a scrap down here, and it was dealt with. And that's when the Enki and Enlil, which the Sumerians and the Babylonians all know about, went fuck off, because they were warring over us, because they made us. One half wanted us to prosper and survive. The other half went, no, we don't want them to prosper and survive. We're Anunnaki. Anunnaki don't mean anything. It just means those who came from space. No, those from, what's it? Anunnaki means those from the beyond the dark veil. So, which is space, you know. So, is this all tying in? Is this all evidence of everything that's happened before us? Because we're getting more and more and more evidence of precursors and pre-civilizations to us and everything that's gone on. And it's all starting to, fucking hell, people were right. And what's his name? Dr. Greer, Stephen Greer, on the Global Disclosure Project. I was reading something of his the other day, and he's turned around. He's been into Congress. They've admitted, yeah, we're in contact with aliens, and we have been for a long time. They've actually come out and said we have been, although they haven't gone on going, yes, we are. They've gone, yeah, we are. You see the difference? So I'm starting to wonder if our history, prehistory, as it's been written and put down, isn't that at all. What do you reckon? And all you guys watching, what do you reckon?
I think something is wrong. And I think it's and I don't like to say it because it does look bad on the religion side.
Yeah, religion's just a set of rules by man to govern them.
I think the religions have sort of got involved to create a new society.
Yeah,
which is pretty similar to what the New World Order is trying to do. I think that is what the likes of Christianity and Islam and Buddhism and all these other mainstream religions have done. Is they've sort of restarted society from scratch and made us, through teaching, forget what we were before.
Yeah.
Something isn't right. Something doesn't add up, because there is also this missing section of humankind.
Yeah.
And what has happened in between those stages? Where have we been, and why have we just all of a sudden gone bing and here we are? Between those two stages, none of it's making sense.
There was a big jump, wasn't there? There's a big jump. It's been scientifically proven. I've read the papers. We had our DNA altered over a course of 20,000 years, which in evolution is that. But we did have our DNA altered, and we went from going shitting on our hands and clapping to, I say, I'll be, and you like to look at my lovely farm. And we've said it so many times, but it's fact that really happened. We really did have our DNA altered. Mix that in with everything else, all the evidence that's been coming to light, all the out of place artifacts that are coming to light, all that stuff. What was I going to say? I completely lost the thread of where I was going with this. This is freaking ADHD, man. You'll go, oh, the squirrel. And that's the end of it. That's the end of it. But yeah, you got all this going on and everything being covered up. And I think everything is coming to light. And one thing I've got to say, fucking Tartaria. These people saying Tartaria had all this. Piss off. Tartaria was in a book in the 80s. Nobody ever talked about Tartaria in the 70s and 80s apart from this one little book. And then somebody found this book where Tartaria was a real place. No, it fucking wasn't.
The thing is, again, could this be something similar to the Mandela effect? You know, there is Atlantis, where we're not sure of. We don't know whether it's still on Earth or it left Earth and went somewhere else.
Yeah.
But we know that at one point there was an Atlantis. Now, could Atlantis and the other ones have been sort of confused with Tartaria? And that place actually used to be one of the many cities of Tartaria. Could this be one of the other cities to go with Atlantis?
Well, I don't think Atlantis was the Eye of the Sahara. I think it's in the wrong place because it talks about pillars and everything and going through a strait. I think it's in the wrong. It's right with the concentric rings and everything, but I think it's possibly in the wrong place. But when you look back into the writings, the old scrolls, and the Emerald Scrolls and everything, it talks about Atlantis being linked to other mega cities, like Judge Dredd, like other mega cities. They were all linked, and when Atlantis went boom, the others went fuck. But they think they found a flash frozen one in Antarctica, don't they, a few years ago, and that's the thing that all the head of state went to. Yeah. So, I do. I think you've got a message on TikTok just come out. I think Sam sent you a message on there.
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Somebody else said, "Fuck it, I'm coming out." I'm not sure what that's about.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sam, if you ever want to come on one day and talk about the same shit we do, not ghosts and stuff, then by all means. That was one thing I was going to say. Ghosts. Do you think that when we go do paranormal investigations, we are actually contacting spirit, or are we contacting Pirate? Oh, my precious. Or do you think we're contacting people in the future or in the past through a rift?
I'm not too sure, because obviously there are psychic mediums out there that are worth their weight in gold and actually able to communicate with departed loved ones. And so therefore the information they get through from those people are too accurate to your situation there and then. If it was a loved one from a different dimension and referring to you in that dimension, that version of you in that dimension wouldn't be exactly the same as the you in this dimension.
No. I'm on about when you talk and it's different people. When it's loved ones, I think when you cross, it's only your body that dies.
But this is what I'm saying. The realm business doesn't work when you've got a loved one coming through that's given the details about you in this realm. So I think there's a mixture. I think there are some dimension crosses, but I also do think there is something to do with the past, as in PASSED, or the deceased. And then there's this dimension thing as well, because there's a cross network going there. I think personally.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, you know yourself. I mean, although I hardly ever talk about ghost hunting and stuff, I still like it and I'm still interested in that and know a fair bit about it. But I've always thought when you read other things, put other things into it as well, like time slips and stuff like that, I think there's a lot of shit we don't know about. I think there's places where the veil's thin. I think you possibly can contact people in the future, in the past, because of these thin veils, whatever. But I also think that when we die, it's not as is written down in a book. You go up there or you go down there. We're essentially energy beings of light, and that's been proven. We are because the amount of electricity it runs in our body at any time can run a whole city. So, there's a cat fight outside. No, Lilo, you're not going out there. When we go, I've always thought I think you've got options. From what I've read and what I know, there's options when you go. It's not just you're coming downstairs, you're coming upstairs. You know, that I think has been mixed up back in the past with Anunnaki and everything else and the sky beings and this, that, and the other. I do think there's a overall sentient being, God, whatever. Overall, what's the word I want? I don't think it's a man with a big beard sitting on a cloud. I don't think it's that. I've never thought that. That is man writing it down in a book so that they could understand it back then. I think there's an overall, a conscious intelligence that is in charge of possibly everything out there in the cosmos, or in charge of nearly everything. I don't know. But I do think that underneath you've got underlings, which are parthenons of gods. And again, you know where I'm going with this because we've spoken about it before.
Yeah.
And I think there always was parthenons of gods. Look at the Greeks, the Romans, the Celts, Babylonians, all of them, same Indians, all the different religions had a parthenon of gods with a head god, and all the different ones, and they all did the same bloody jobs. It didn't matter which civilization; they all did the same stuff. It was only when you had the likes of was it Akhenaten or Amenhotep who said, there's only going to be one God, and that's me. And that's where the secular God comes from. It was him. Nobody else, just him. So I think that gods, plural, were and are real, but I don't think they're what man wrote in a book.
You see, and this is a Mandela effect of its own.
Yeah.
Because, like you say, we had a parthenon of gods. Didn't matter what religion it was, there was a parthenon of gods, a group of gods. And then all of a sudden, it was just one God, and then every religion followed the suit. It was just one God, and that was it. And it's being drummed into us that there is only one God. You go to school, and they're literally one God, or there's one Allah, or there's one Buddha. And it's just one. None of the others. So they're trying to push that out in favor of the one God. But we know that before the one God, there was loads of them.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Anybody who's watching this, wherever you are, we're not poo-pooing religion, anything like that. You know, if you're religious, whatever your religion is, good for you. And you know, we're not going to knock it or anything like that. This is just our own views. I genuinely think when you go, that's not the end. It's just the start of something else. All these people out there that say they're experts in the dead and this, no, you fucking not. Did you die and come back to life? Did you go and live over there and then come back in another body to tell us how it is? No, you bloody didn't. You're not an expert. You just know some shit, like I do, like Wayne does. None of us are experts. You can't be in the dead unless you're dead. Yeah. So I think when you die, there is something, your energy, the real you, the one that thinks inside your head, that one comes out. And you, because it's new, I reckon there are people there, possibly your past relatives, your mum, your dad, whatever. I think they're there to help you on your journey. I don't think it's as written down in books. I really don't. I'm convinced there is something after you go, but I don't think it's your body rots, you go to heaven, you go to hell. I don't think it's that at all. I think you have options. And I think you possibly get a chance to make up for bad shit you do. People like Hitler and stuff like that, I have no idea how the fuck you make up for that. Really don't. Really, really don't. But I do think that for the majority of us, you get a time to reflect.
You'd have to be a messiah to come back, wouldn't he, to make up for what he did?
I think the best version I ever saw of Hitler was Little Nicky with Adam Sandler, and he's down in hell having pineapples hammered up his butt every day, and he's dressed as a French maid. It's like...
But I mean, Yvonne's got a good point. I agree. There are also with people with premonitions in the future. Where would that come from if we only believe in the past? I think there is gateways between vibrations and realms. However, I think there is spirits walking among us that our senses are not able to pick them up. Which is what I said. There's a cross between two. And if you look with Jim Penniston at the Rendlesham Forest incident, he got a binary code, came up in his vision, and apparently people have managed to finally decipher that code, and it states there that they were from the future, which would then confirm the theory behind the realms. So they haven't come through space to get here, they've come through time. So they've jumped time to get to here.
Yeah. And mathematically, it's been proven you can do time travel. So who's to say? In the future, it's supposed to be, was it 2036? we make time travel commercially available. If I can find the video, I'll put it up on Dark Mirror's wall. This guy came back and said, yeah, most of the UFOs that you see are actually time travelers. It's how they do the holidays. You can't interact, you can't mingle, this, that, and the other, but like 90% of the UFOs you see are actually us. The rest are the ones from underneath the crust of the Earth or different planets. But I thought that was very interesting.
Because the theory behind that is if you go forward through space, then time stays as it is. If you go faster than light, you're slightly rewinding it. But the second you turn around and come back, you're going against the speed of light. You're going to come back, but time would have passed a lot faster. So when you get back, you're going to be thousands of years in the future, and none of your family are going to exist.
What was that film which has got the amazing soundtrack to it?
I know the Time Machine with old guy, what's his face? That was pretty cool, and that explained time travel quite well.
There's one where they go off to look for another planet, and it's near an event horizon on it with a black hole, and it's got that American actor who's got the deep South Texan drawl. I can't remember his name.
Was that Event Horizon?
No. Every hour they spent on that planet was something like 2 years back on Earth. Or every minute on the planet was like 2 years. And when he eventually gets back to Earth, his daughter's an old woman dying in a hospice. Do you know the one I mean?
I remember the one you're talking about, yeah.
No, it wasn't Astrian, but yeah, that was an amazing, because she thinks that there's a ghost on it, and it turns out he was the ghost, and he was trying to get her to notice him. But yeah, that was an amazing film. That brought me to tears, that film, actually. But that explains a lot about the time paradox and everything. But I think everything's linked. Is time travel possible? Mathematically, it's been proved it is, and they are at the moment trying to. I'll tell you one thing they have done. They've done, beam me up, Scotty. Those things they've done them, and they've managed to zap atoms, but they have no idea where they put the atoms. So yeah, we're getting there. We have technology that has been suppressed, and it's been proved that Black Ops and all that lot have technology at 70 plus years ahead of anything we've got at the moment. So anything's possible.
I mean, Albert Einstein originally said talked about time travel, and Brian Cox confirmed that time travel is possible in a sense and in theory, but practically our technology isn't 100% there enough for us to be able to do so.
Well, this guy, like I say, he came forward and said, I think it's 2036. He says it becomes commercially available time travel. But it's like warp travel. We always thought warp travel was a thing of Star Trek and Star Wars. Punch it, Chewie. Oh, boom. It's they're in the middle of building an engine now. They've already got a working impulse engine, and they're working on a warp drive now. And it's one that it folds a pocket in front of it, and it goes shoop, and then folds another pocket, and then zoop, and it does it like that. Yeah, we're in the middle of doing it. When you look at again, this is another one where it's allegedly they've had help to develop these engines, which I can quite believe. And I think at the end of the day, everything's there. The writing is on the walls now. Everything is there. We are not alone. It is been proved we're not alone. Congress have come out in I can't remember what you call those secret meetings, but they've come out and said, yeah, we're not alone. We haven't been for a long time. And now all it takes is a British Bobberman, instead of wiping their own arse and going, oh, bloody hell, I did, instead of worrying about lining their own fucking pockets, they should turn around and go, yeah, actually, yeah, we're not alone. And then it's just going to take one Bobberman of the world to come out and go, publicly go, yeah, we're not alone. We haven't been. And then every single one will follow suit. If you've watched Disclosure Day and got past the first 20 minutes, there's two schools of thought with Disclosure Day. Those that like it but just watch it as a sci-fi film. Those that fucking hate it because they don't understand it. And then there's people like me who watch it and go, I can see this shit happening right now. Because there is the conspiracy theory that Spielberg has done this on purpose to prepare us, because throughout the whole of the making of the film, he was in and out of the Oval Office with Trump the whole time. He had 2 or 3 meetings a week with Trump whilst he was making this film. And the whole rumor is it's to prepare us for what's really happening. Interstellar. Yes, that was the film. What do you guys think? Because I'm going to leave you on that bombshell.
Yeah, there is actually something about Interstellar. There is a beat within the film soundtrack, and I think it was something to be that for every beat within the soundtrack, it's supposed to be like a day or a year or something like that. It was an amount of time that passes.
Yeah.
So every time you hear this beat, it's so many years or so many months, whichever one it was. Because again, Interstellar, I couldn't get on with. But apparently, in the soundtrack, every beat that there was throughout the film was a certain amount of time that passed on Earth.
That's right.
So,
that's right. But before we go, what do you think? What do you make? Oh, you guys out there, everything. What do you make of Disclosure Day? Because I watched it, and Wayne was right. He said they couldn't get past the first 20 minutes. You have to get past the first 20 minutes because it's quite boring. But when you see the bit where she sat there and that cardinal bird comes and lands on the table and looks at her, you'll understand all about that 3/4 of the way through the film. You'll go, fucking hell, yeah. And when you see in the adverts, when you've seen the deer looking at them through the window and everything like that, it all becomes clear why. But you do have to get through those first 20 minutes. But if you do afterwards, you'll be like, fuck. And it makes, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but it makes so much sense. And
well, you did. You mentioned the cardinal bird. I don't remember seeing a cardinal bird in the first 20 minutes.
The red bird. It's an all red bird, and it comes through the kitchen window and lands on the table and just looks at her.
Don't remember it.
Very prevalent, and it becomes very prevalent why there's two people. And then when you watch it, you go, shit. And if you remember the previous shows we've done about people saying stuff about the disclosure and gearing up, everything that we've spoken about, you will see bits of it throughout the whole film, and you go, fuck. And that's what I was looking at. I was like, oh my god, you know.
The only thing I can remember of Disclosure Day, that the 20 minutes that I saw and some of the clips that have showed on TikTok, the only thing I actually remember standing out more than anything was the weather woman making those clicking noises. And the fact that those clicking noises are so similar to films like Mimic, Signs, and a couple of other alien films where the aliens have spoken the same language.
And that is another thing that's out there in the ethos at the moment, of that it is the same language, and that the truth has always been fucking there. We've not realized. The cricket noises is something that's being said. I'm not going to spoil it. It is something that's being said, and you do get to find out what it is that's actually being said. And when you hear it, you're like, and then the very, 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 very end bit, another clicky noise thing gets translated and gets read out. She does a news report and goes and says what it is, and you go, fuck. But everything that we have spoken about, there is a vast majority of it is in that film all the way throughout it. So just over the years that we have done this, especially the last 5 years where it started to ramp up. So you'll see. Trust me, get past the first 20 minutes. Seriously, watch it again. Get past the first 20 minutes.
I will try again.
Because I had to do it again. Because I watched it, I was like, and then I watched it again the next day, and I was like, right. And after the first 20 minutes, half hour, you go, whoa. So watch it. Let's have a look. Yeah, we need to go. I've just seen the time. Yeah, watch it, guys. All of you. I recommend Disclosure Day because, like I say, everything that Wayne and myself and Josh. And by the way, Josh, I hope you're all right on your way back down from near Canada. He should be back with us hopefully next week. Everything that we've spoken about for the last 5 years and everything that we've said is coming is in that film. So, yeah, just watch it. I won't spoil it for anybody.
We didn't have anything to do with the film, honest.
Nah. But I'm going to say bye-bye to everybody on TikTok now. Thank you very, very much for joining us. Wayne, thank you for being a moderator. Would you be a moderator every week, please?
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. Sam, if you're still there watching, sort out a time, drop me a message, and we'll sort it out for where we talk about UFOs and disclosure and shit like that. So, and anybody else who is in the UFO community and would like to be a guest on our show, please drop me a message. So Everybody on TikTok, I will say bye-bye. Thank you very, very much for joining us. Over 100, nearly 150 people. Brilliant. Right, I will see you guys later. How do I stop this? I press that. See you later. Bye-bye.
There you go. I said thanks for joining, guys, to those on TikTok.
Right at the end. Thank you for that, mate. We got 0.01p. Right. And as for this, we will see you all next week. Thank you for joining us. I enjoyed that today. It was a good old chin wag. Good old chin wag. I tell you what, last week my tisms kicked off. I get occasions where my tisms will kick off, and you can see it in the show. I was bouncing off fucking walls, everything. But not yeah. You know yourself. You know when you're like the ADHD goes bang. Yeah. And you're like, that was me last week. I've only had it happen a few times.
I had that this morning. I started off this morning. I was like, right, I'll let the coffee kick in. The coffee kicked in, and then all of a sudden, I'm in the garden and I'm doing a bit of gardening. I found something and took it into the kitchen. I walked in the kitchen. I put that in the bin, and then all of a sudden, there's me doing the washing up, tidying up the sideboard. I thought, oh, that's got to go back out in the garden. So I've turned around, gone out in the garden, started tidying up the garden again, and I'm backwards and forwards like a yo-yo.
Rachel, if you're watching this, it's not just me. See, it's the bloody tisms. I do that.
Yeah.
I'll go and just go and make a cup of tea, and I'll go and make a cup of tea, and I'll end up doing the washing or the tumble drying, or I'll go, put a fucking shelf up, or I'll go and, you know.
I haven't stopped all day, and I finished it off by doing a brand new shed roof. The old one was falling apart, starting to leak, and I've got a fridge freezer, a fridge, and a tumble dryer in there with electrics. So I'm like, I best replace that. So I started replacing the roof as well. And I'm like, I haven't stopped.
ADHD is an ADHD. Sometimes it's a wonderful thing. I fitted a car stereo for a friend of mine yesterday because I fitted the exact same stereo and he's got the exact same car. So we were doing that. And now it's given me the bug to sort of finish sorting out my one. So I'm going to do that tomorrow and I'm going to work on my bike tomorrow. But yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, thank you for joining. Oh, and I've discovered the joys of selling unvinted. Anyway, I'm making some money for the wedding because, as you know, we're getting married the end of next month. Right, everybody.
And there's me just getting stuff from TikTok Shop for free and selling them and making commission from them. So I don't mind.
I mean, you can go on TikTok whenever you want, but I made a promise to Rachel that I wouldn't let this take over my life.
That is fine. So, I mean, there are different avenues, and while you're doing different things, you can be doing that and this and everything else. So it fits in with you rather than you fitting with it.
You know yourself. My thing with the show is I just love doing the show. I love trying to get some of the truth out there, even if it's just a little bit. If we can educate somebody and say, open your eyes a bit and research this, and then when they come back, go, fuck out, you know what, you're right, job done. But I love doing the show. I love talking about everything. So next week, I want to talk about those Bigfoot photos, the ones I sent you.
Oh, my Uncle Derek.
Yeah. Me when I just got out of the shower, yeah. But they're supposed to be the best ones ever taken, and it was up in Washington State. It was somewhere in Washington State on a trail cam, but it was like a really, really, really expensive trail cam. And the thing I read was the first picture where it's looking down like that, it didn't notice anything. And then the second picture, it's looking straight at the camera where it realised the camera was there.
See, to me, that looked just like a young baboon, but we can discuss that next week.
Yeah. I'll put the pictures up on the Dark Mirrors wall. You can all see it, and then we'll talk about it next week. So anybody, thank you very, very much for joining us, everybody, and everybody on TikTok and YouTube and everywhere else that we're going to. Thank you for joining us. We will be back next week. I think we've got a guest next week. Is it next week or the one after? Vinny Vineyard. Do you remember him being on before? A friend of mine?
I don't know. We keep booking in guests and they never turn up.
Absolutely, yeah. Nick. Absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers, that guy. Such a nice bloke. He used to be a pro wrestler in America. Anyway, and now he makes videos and he does paranormal investigations and UFO hunting. He's such a nice guy. Anyway, but he'll be joining us next week. So I'll double check with him to make sure he's going to be there. Nick. So we will see you all next week. Thank you very much for joining us in the chat. As always, Wayne, a pleasure. And I'll talk to you in a minute anyway. So let's
indeed
that up there. Right. He's going to end this, and now he's going to say bye-bye. See you next week, 9:30 GMT.
Good night, everybody.
If you see anything, any UFOs or anything, drop us all a message, or you can just drop us an email with your pictures at the Dark Mirror Radio Show at yahoo.co.uk. Anyway, bye. We're out of here.